Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mothers have practically built themselves.
Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv and welcome to today's show. Today we are going to look at the last few things that I did for the Halloween walkthrough, and then we're going to go through the walkthrough. So some of this definitely has to do with modeling and some of it has to do with prop making. This particular picture, by the way, nostalgic as all get out. This takes me back 40 years. My oldest daughter there, and yeah, I was a young guy and a third the man I was today. I was a lot smaller in those days. But anyway, I've always had this fun time dressing up for Halloween, and well, now with all of the dogs that I have at the doghouse, naturally, yep, Onyx is Onyx Chucky, or Chucky Onyx here. This was kind of a fun thing that my son did for his dog. So like I said, we're going to start looking at some of the props. And remember Skinny, who I did last year coming out of the picture? Well, he's got an eye patch, he's got an eye, he's got an old dirty hat, and he is going to drink himself to death, I'm afraid. So I'm going to help him, and here's what I'm going to do. I've got this water bottle and the end of a jump rope. I'm going to bore a hole very carefully in the side of this plastic water bottle. Now you can use other bottles that are plastic as well, but this is what I chose. It was cheap and easy. And then I'm going to put a tube through here, and I'm going to, very importantly, paint it kind of a brown color. So I'm going to need a submersible pump, which I picked up off of Amazon. Fairly inexpensive. This is the one that I used. I actually have it turned almost all the way down, by the way. This is the pump. You can see the clear hose that I purchased as well. And I just ran that up alongside of his arm and into the bottle. Now I needed something for him to sit in, so I found these on Marketplace for $10 a piece. I bought all three of them, used two of them for my my tiki torches, and the one I emptied out, and well, I put Skinny in it. And here he is with the hose that runs up the side of his arm and into the bottle. I got these labels off of Amazon as well. And here he is trying his best to drink himself to death. Poor Skinny. But he's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun one for me. So I've got him here in the haunt, and he's next to my first mate. Now, I didn't do a whole lot to the first mate. I did give him a belt. I gave him a sash and a better hat, and a couple of weapons. But that bottle was just horrible that came in or with him. You can see this. I mean, the seam's terrible. So I knocked the seam out, repainted the bottle, got one of those stickers that I had talked about, went ahead and put on it, and oh yeah, I had a cork available, so I stuck a cork in it for him. He's not like Skinny. So here, I've decided to build myself a bone throne. Now, they have these on at the different stores, but they will only carry up to about 200 pounds, which I'm a little bit over that. So I needed something more sturdy. So I got this off of Amazon, Amish built. And this is the top of a card table that I was recycling. This particular material, I can't remember what it's called, but it's perfect for what I need. I took a saw to it, cut it to the shape of the back of the chair, got a bag of bones, put those on, and then painted it all black, except for the skull, painted it all black. And I took some gold paint, got it in a little puddle, and dry brushed the bones with a little bit of gold. You can kind of see it here. You'll see it better in the next few pictures, but just very simple. I just screwed these things onto this board and voila. Velcroed these two skulls, did the same thing, painted them black, gave them a dry brush of that gold, and you see how that turned out. So I'm happy with it for this year. I need red cushions next year. Okay, so here's our dragon. Now, you have seen him before, and, well, I needed him guarding something like a treasure chest. So I found a chest. I took these little fairy lights that are solar powered. These actually came off of the awning that we have been using all summer. And then I took these pirate coins and I hot glued them down. You can see I've got my 37 millimeter shell I'm using for pressure to hold these down to hold the lights in place. I'm going to throw a bunch of other jewels and coins on this, and here you go. Very simple. It looks deeper than it is, and it's just a half-inch foam board. So, yeah, turned out really nice. But at night, those solar-powered lights, yeah, they really make this thing pop. I love it. And speaking of dragons, we picked this up for like $10 at Ross. Just a plastic dragon skull. Wasn't sure exactly what we were going to do with it, but hey, it's that same plastic as the lanterns. I'm going to do something really cool. And let me just tell you, this whole process only took about 2 hours. So I took a red spray can, just rattle canned primed the whole thing gray, rattle canned the inside with this red, and then I took some of my blue metallic and just sprayed down the middle and left the mouth for now. Remember those eyes that I put in some of the other animatronics? Well, here's the back half. They're just the back half of a ping pong ball. And I'm going to put eyes in this dragon. I'm going to recess them. And how I'm going to do this is I've cut a template on a piece of styrene. I'm going to put the ping pong ball on the inside. And then I'm going to take remember those eyes that I got recently, and put that on the inside. So he's got recessed eyes instead of bulging eyes. Now, for this area, I'm going to use this wonderful paint that I've been using on my Warhammer figures. This Zigvault Burgundy. I'm going to use that around the eyes. Wait till you see it. And then, of course, for the green dragon, we're going to do this green paint that we used for the lantern and just airbrush that over the whole thing. That's why we had to prime it, by the way. And then I'm going to use this Tester's green bottle paint and dry brush on there, as we did with the lantern in the last installment. So here you go. Look at those eyes. Ooh, I like that Zigvault Burgundy. I like the fact these sit back in instead of being out and bulging. I think it looks a lot more sinister this way. Here's the base coat of green. You can see. Yes, I do like how this looks. So for the horns, I decided to go ahead with copper, just kind of like I did on the lantern. And I used just some bottle Tester's copper. Looks great on there, at least I think so. But here's the fun part. I used some of the Zigvault Burgundy. It's a contrast color, so it's thin. I put it on really thin and kind of changed the color there. I really do like how this looks. So you can see here's the highlight of the green. What I also did is I drilled a hole in the back end here. I have another smoke machine. I have some more hose left over, and I stuck it in the back here, back of his mouth. So wait till you see this thing. It's really cool. I went ahead and painted his teeth up nice and pretty and white, but he does have some tartar. He's not brushing the way he should. Shame on him. And you can also see here I took a light gray and I dry brushed the entire thing to get all the little details to pop. And yeah, I'm happy with the results. But wait, there's more. Let's turn him on and see how he works. There's a couple of LED lights that are battery powered, one by the eyes and then one there in the mouth. Okay, let's move on to the hunt. We're going to take you on a walk through the walkthrough. And this picture here, my son, he's into lawn care. Man, he does a great job. I just got to tell you, he does a great job on our lawn, very well manicured. But here's our front setup. And you can see the arch. Whoops, looks like the arch is broken. And we've got these pumpkin spiders. We've got the plague doctor, and yes, I will have him turned on, and he'll have his sayings over Halloween when I have the trick-or-treaters. But there's our our haunted tree. I love that. And the boiling pot. So for Halloween, we are going to open this gate up and we're going to go right through the gate. Through the side. Now, my camera picks up ambient light real well. So sorry, it looks like it's still daytime when we do this walkthrough, but it's not. I have a ground breaker down here in this bush. And there is yeah, that's kind of a fun little area. Little fairy garden there. Here is our lanterns. Not 100% sold that I'll keep them here, but anyway. Have a little ghost that goes back and forth there. You see our sea captain. I have one mermaid skeleton. And of course the one that we had in the last video. Here's Captain Cuts doing his thing by the waterfall. Having a nice fire this evening. Just got through having some wonderful steaks that my son cooked. And here is Skinny and the first mate. And you can see the dagger that I've added to the first mate. A little bit of sea moss. And that hat and the feather that I added. We have this little boat here. A couple little pirates in our sitting area. Here is the dragon, lit treasure. I don't have the tiki torches lit tonight, but I soon will. So this is our walkthrough this year. We'll be giving out candy right about here. So, well, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you again soon.